Thank you so much for being with us today, and congratulations on Scream 6. I cannot wait. Do you feel like you personally would survive a Scream film, whether it's suburbs, New York?
Yes, because I would get the heck out.
I
was always yelling at movies like, why are you going in there? I would leave. If I hear a scary noise, I'm under the bed. I'm not going to look.
What's your own sort of take on the state of horror movies right now? What are you excited about? What are you interested in?
Oh, I'm excited because we're seeing more queer heroes and villains. We're seeing more women of color. We're seeing more trans people. It's just becoming more inclusive, which is more of a representation of reality. And that's exciting and more fun because we are fabulous.
What is the craziest Yellowjackets fan theory that you have heard?
What is the craziest one I've ever heard? Okay, I think the craziest one of those is that everyone's in hell. I mean, that's really interesting. That could be it. I don't know. In reality, we don't know what's coming beyond the scripts that we've read. Those all sound pretty crazy to me, but very smart.
And so then you obviously work with Tawny Cypress, plays the adult version of Thais on the show. What is it like sharing a character and working with her on creating that younger version and that older version into different situations?
I feel like that happens so much in theater. You know, you'll see a play get revived, and that proves like a role doesn't belong to one person. And it's a lot more rare that you see that in film and TV, that characters are shared, especially outside of like a remake. So it's cool. It's like I get to learn different things about Thaisa that I wouldn't otherwise find without her help.
Absolutely. And then obviously there's some debate in the industry right now about queer representation and especially queer baiting. Do you have any sort of thoughts on this? Should non-queer actors take on queer roles, and what sort of looks like queer baiting to you in film? Like, how do you interpret that word?
Yeah, well, okay, I think that the goal, I think, should be that eventually anyone can play any sexuality, because hopefully at a certain point queer actors will be working just as much as their straight counterparts. Like for now, it's really important to give queer actors queer roles when you can, because there's so few queer actors working compared to straight actors, etc. But eventually, hopefully the playing field is so equal that it doesn't really matter and you can get lost in a role regardless of the sexuality.